Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
Rape on Michigan college campuses. We have the latest numbers, and we're naming dorms and locations of where some of these attacks occurred.
A little boy suffers burns taking part in a YouTube challenge that, like so many others, went too far. But we begin here at 6 with breaking news from River Rouge.
We first told you here at 5 o'clock, Detroit police shot a man with a gun during a homicide investigation. Our Rod Maloney has been on the scene gathering the latest. Let's get back to him now live. Rod.
Yeah, Devin, take a look behind me here. You can see the black Ford there was the detective's car. We believe it's homicide detectives from the city of Detroit. Granted, we are in River Rouge. Now look down the street and you see a beige and green van down the street. And apparently the officers were going to talk to somebody in the van, and we're told that one of the people got out of the van and had a long gun, a rifle. And that's when the officers moved behind the Ford Focus here and they started exchanging gunfire. Just how much, we don't know. But let's take a look at the scene from just a few minutes earlier. We have 3 police agencies on the scene here: River Rouge, DPD, and Michigan State Police. Michigan State Police have taken over the investigation to simplify everything. So let's hear from MSP spokesperson Mike Shaw and hear what he has to say about what it is that they're doing in their investigation as of now.
We'll start talking to witnesses, find out exactly what happened. Next, we'll have to talk to the officers that were involved in this incident, and we'll also be trying to talk to the individual that was in the van as well once his medical condition is kind of determined.
Now, we were showing you a stump that is beside where the van is, and in that grassy area there is the long gun. It is lying on the ground right now. And again, we don't know who shot at whom or who hit what. We don't see any bullet holes over there. We did walk by and weren't able to see any, so we're not sure what was hit, who was hit. Now, we do have one person, the person apparently brandishing the long gun. He has been shot. He's in the hospital. They're looking to talk to him to find out more about what's going on. DPD officers are back at DPD headquarters, and again, MSP is going to be talking to them to figure out more about what's going on. We don't know the case, and there are a lot of things that we still need to learn. We'll certainly have the update for you coming up on Local 4 News at 11. Reporting live in River Rouge, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
Sure will. A lot to piece together there. All right, Rod.
All right. Well, also breaking here at 6, a serious crash has shut down part of 22 Mile Road in Shelby Township. Sky 4 shows 2 cars with major front-end damage. This happened on 22 Mile between Ryan and Shelby roads. Right now, we don't know what caused the crash or how long 22 Mile will be closed.
Now to a local mother's warning to all parents about one of those so-called challenges on YouTube.
And this one involved fire, and her son tried it with his friends at a house in Dearborn Heights.
But it landed the boy at Children's Hospital, and that's where Sean Lay is standing by with more information for parents, especially those whose kids are active on social media, Sean.
Absolutely. This is a 12-year-old. His name is Jason Cleary. Just 4 days here at Children's Hospital in the burn unit with second-degree burns. Now, he and his mom tell me that the son here was interested in playing with his friends doing this YouTube fire challenge, but before he knew it, one of the friends was dousing him with nail polish remover, and he was covered in fire.
I just want everybody to know that these challenges or whatever they're watching on YouTube is not worth your risking your life. I mean, my son got burned second degree, and it could have been way worse.
Tabitha Clearly's world as a mom has been rocked. Her son Jason suffering from second-degree burns from his chin, chest, and stomach. It happened Saturday in Dearborn Heights. Jason was at a friend's house, and then suddenly she could hear her son screaming right outside.
So we come running out, and that's when his friend Bryce was riding him on the bike with no shirt on. And I immediately started to freak out. I'm like, take him to the hospital, take him to the hospital. I'm starting to cry, he's crying.
The 12-year-old spent the last 4 days at Children's Hospital's burn unit, all because of this. The fire challenge on YouTube, where kids set each other on fire. One of Jason's friends sprayed him with nail polish remover and could have killed him.
First time it was like a little tiny fire. Then they swatted it out. Then the second time it engulfed, and they kept spraying it on me. Once my dad finally opened the door and said, "Let's go to the hospital," I was in the back seat, still in much pain.
And I can feel his pain, and it's heartbreaking.
Back here live, Dearborn Heights police tell us tonight that they are investigating this. They've assigned the case to a detective, and Devin and Kimberly, CPS has been called to the house where this happened. Back to you.
Well, Sean, it certainly sounds like this was among friends, but that can break down quickly. Do parents want to see any charges pressed here, for example?
Parents right now are torn on this. They really aren't sure. They know police are involved. They did make a report here. They want the boys to know that this is not okay, and also that their son was not expecting to be doused by this liquid and then set on fire.
Yeah. All right, Sean.
Just awful. All right, let's get you caught up on your forecast. I've been calling it a crummy day. You've been more eloquent with your words.
Well, I don't know. It is improving behind Sean, at least from where we were, right, Andrew?
That's right. Much improved from earlier this morning. We had those low clouds, fog, and mist across the area. Right now, almost the total opposite. Sure, some clouds overhead, but no more rain falling from the sky and a lot clearer vision out there. We're looking at 67 degrees, visibility clear as a bell, up to 10 miles over at Metro Airport. A wind out of the west at around 15 miles per hour, and it remains dry in your neighborhood as well. It remains dry as we go through the rest of the afternoon and into the evening. Now, temperatures are starting off this evening, mostly in the 60s, sometimes in those cooler 50s. You can see 58 for our friends over in Sandusky. Still need a jacket there. It was in the 70s just in Monroe. Now, it does get chillier tonight. We reach the 40s. But any more rain in store for Friday or your weekend? The answer to that in my weather forecast on the way. Now, remember, you can always track showers, current conditions, weather alerts with the Local Forecasters app. You can get my latest forecast and that of the other local forecasters right in the palm of your hand. And best of all, it's free. So download it right now. The Local Forecasters app, it's free. Search WDIV in your app store.
Campus sexual violence.
It's kind of scary, especially when you get the alert.
Tonight, the defenders expose the number of rapes at Michigan universities.
It is not a stranger danger situation. It is someone that you know.
We'll also show you where on campus some of the attacks occurred. Yeah, and according to crime reports, college students are at an increased risk of being sexually attacked during the first few months of their first and second semesters in college.
So what is going on at Michigan universities? Defender Karen Drew has been doing some digging into that, and she's back now with what we've learned. Karen.
Well, Devin and Kim, according to statistics, college women are twice as likely to be sexually assaulted than robbed. Now, the typical rapist, someone they know. So tonight, a close look at where those rapes are occurring. We're naming schools as well as dorms. Going off to college. For the young men and women, it is their first chance at freedom, a dream come true.
I'm a freshman. Yeah, so I'm new to campus.
But what so many don't realize, college women ages 18 to 24 are 3 times more likely than women in general to experience sexual violence.
It's unfair that women are living in fear about being raped on campus.
Michigan State set a record with the number of reported rapes, 933 reports attributed to Larry Nassar in 2018 on campus property. Now, let's go beyond the Nassar numbers. There still were 26 rapes reported on campus at Michigan State last year, and that's more than 2 a month.
No, I was not aware of that.
I've heard one sexual assault this year already, and I'm sure there's been more than that just don't get recorded.
He's right. According to experts, only 20% report their crime to law enforcement. So where did these attacks occur? On the MSU campus? Take a look at what the defenders found. Attacks at Abbott and Hubbard Halls, Spartan Stadium, Emmons and Wonders, Phillips and Erickson Halls, among other dormitories.
Our numbers are pretty much on average with campus assaults happening across the country.
Emily Garant is a spokesperson for Michigan State.
In the last couple of years, we have more people coming forward to report assaults.
Western Michigan reported 7 cases of rape last year on campus. Wayne State had 0 cases. Eastern University in Ypsilanti, 12 sexual attacks occurred there on campus, 11 happening in residence halls.
I haven't looked at the actual stats online yet.
Eastern, like many schools, is doing its part in increasing safety for students.
I like that when we walk around campus, we have the emergency buttons, and I feel pretty safe and confident in those.
Oakland University reported 3 cases of rape on campus.
They have to swipe everyone in. They know who's going in and out of the buildings. I am more comfortable here than at home.
The University of Michigan reported 45 rapes on campus last year. That's nearly 4 a month. Campus officials denied our request for an interview. Students we talked to say they feel safe there.
I think it's very secure. I feel like I'm at home.
Now, as a parent or student, you can find out the latest crime stats at your school, as they must be published and available to you online. Of course, through Freedom of Information, we were able to figure out the dorms and the locations, because many times you don't know the exact location.
And all underreported generally
Probably
is what
more,
the
yeah.
expectation.
I know they said only 20% are reported, so all those numbers just assume that there are that many more that are occurring.
All right, thanks, Karen. In more news tonight, a suspected drunk driver is accused of seriously hurting a motorcyclist in Macomb County. Police say Monique Johnson turned into oncoming traffic and hit a biker last night on Gross Beck near Hayes in Roseville. The Frazier woman was arrested at the scene and now faces charges of operating while intoxicated. The victim, a 32-year-old from Roseville, is in serious condition at a local hospital.
Been a busy day on the national scene. Let's check in on some of the stories coming up at 6:30 on NBC Nightly News.
Lester Holt joins us live from New York with a preview. Lester, good evening.
Hey, Kim and Devin, good evening. Coming up, the urgent rescue mission. A gyrocopter crashes and the helicopter coming to its aid suddenly goes down too. Plus, my exclusive conversation with Amanda Knox 8 years after she walked out of an Italian prison. She talks to me about her first trip back to Italy recently, why she was fearful, and what she's focused on now.
Yeah, and Lester, you have to think Amanda Knox knows the court of public opinion is still undecided about her.
Yeah, a lot of people still have very strong reactions. She does tell me it is hard to trust people, but she's project right now that's connecting her with other exonerees. We'll have that conversation when we see you in just a few minutes.
Yeah, about 20 minutes from now. In fact, all right, Lester, thanks. We'll see you then. Well, extending the lives of people fighting one of the most difficult cancers to treat. The new mix that seems to be helping, coming up in Good Health.
Plus, this prime piece of land near Metro Airport has a new owner after sitting vacant for a long time. What the buyer is promising to do next.